What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 Mobile Racing Career Mode. We are here for episode number 19 today for the start of Season 4. If you guys did miss the previous episode of the Brazilian Grand Prix and the finale of Season 3, then definitely be sure to go check that one out before you see this one, as we capped off Season 3 with a fantastic result. 6 wins, only 1 fourth place, and we did claim the driver's title, as you can see right here. And our reward will be 20 blueprints for the AlphaTauri team, which we will take gladly. But it's now time to sign a new team for Season 4. And the team that I will be choosing for Season 4 is going to be the Alpine team, the French team. And I'm hoping that with Alpine, I'll be able to continue my streak with getting that championship, because it was a hard-fought championship, but I feel with Alpine we have a much better chance. And I'm hoping that with Fernando Alonso, we will be able to get that Constructors title. And you may have just noticed that we signed an expert contract with Alpine, so now we have 14 rounds instead of 7, which will provide us some much better racing action and hopefully a more tighter championship with our championship rivals. And as you can see on the left, we can now upgrade our car for free to level 1. Obviously this is not going to do anything, and yes, I was right, but we can upgrade it to the next level, which is going to put us up to level 2. And let's see where this puts us, and it's going to give us a nice boost in everything actually, so that will be helpful for the first Grand Prix at Spain. Here we are then for the first qualifying of Season 4. Stroll's on top, ahead of our teammate Alonso, Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Raikkonen, Ricardo, Hamilton, and Norris. So Alonso well up there in second place. Let's see if we can surpass him, which is going to be a lot to ask considering that he's pretty high up on the grid. Here we go then down the main straight. DRS wide open on the main straight of the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in Spain. Here we come then into turn 1, and I can already tell you this car is feeling so much more powerful compared to the AlphaTauri, and the car definitely feels a lot more grippier with that higher handling stat. And I'm still a little unsure about the brakes, just to make sure we don't overshoot any corners and we don't mess up our hull up. So we'll be cautious a bit on this first lap, just getting used to the car. Down to 4th gear, green first sector, 23.811, and that's pretty promising, even though we don't have a purple sector, which is good. Down to 3rd gear, clip that apex, get out on the power nice early, get on the exit curve, and now coming towards the chicane, down to 4th gear, should be no problem. And we go a bit wide though, we hit the gravel, but I think we'll be okay. I thought we were going to be fine, I guess not. The commentator's curse apparently. Now coming on the back straight, DRS wide open. Should be completely fine as we start sector 3, 30.803, which is a good sign considering we had a terrible chicane. And now coming into the technical sector 3, can we keep this car flat out, try to go the wide and then the tight entry in? That was not the way we wanted. Now coming into the final corners, down to 3rd gear, flip that apex, now hit this apex and this apex as well, and that was definitely a very good sequence of corners as we come out of the last corner and getting ready to open DRS to the main straight. Where this is going to put us for Sunday's race. Here, going to cross the line, and it's going to be pole position yet again, a whole second ahead of Stroll. Alonso still up there, into the Bottas, Sainz, Verstappen, Hamilton, Perez, Ricardo, and Leclerc. So now let's get on with the race. Here's the starting grid. It's us, Stroll, Alonso, Bottas, Sainz, Verstappen, Hamilton, Perez, Ricardo, Leclerc, Raikkonen, Vettel, Norris, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Gasly, Mazepin, Schumacher, Russell, and Latifi complete the grid. Alonso's up there in 3rd. We're here in 1st. As we go to 5 red lights for the start of the Spanish Grand Prix at the start of Season 4, and it's lights out. And away we go. And it's a good start from us against Lance Stroll, although Lance Stroll does get the better start as he starts moving to the second phase. Alonso also gets a very good start, and you can see Stroll just edging ahead of us. Now Bottas is in the mix as well. We move over to Brenta, cover up Valtteri Bottas, help our teammate Alonso coming to the first car, almost running into the back of Lance Stroll, and luckily managing to not make any major contact as we come through the long right-hander up turn 3. Stroll now pulling away as Alonso is now tucking in behind us. Ahead of Verstappen, I think Bottas now fallen to 5th place as we start sector 2. Coming to the right-hander, and now we are very confident under the brakes, and we are making time against Lance Stroll. I guess the Aston Martin's brakes aren't as superior as ours. You can see all the time we made up just there, including coverage to the 3/10 there, as we're practically on his gearbox as we come into the chicane, taking it nice and easy, and he is so slow through this section. Like, I'm practically wanting to push him through this section, but that will not do, because that will result in contact and a war carrying as we go on the back straight and the start of sector 3, looking behind just to make sure how far Alonso's coming into the chicane. And we try to make a move on Stroll, but we get a massive screen freeze, and that really did not help. as I had no idea where to go, and well, we just ran into the back of Stroll there pretty much as it comes through the long right-hander. No major damage, only 11% power unit wear as it comes into the right-hander, and now the final chicane down to second gear. Clip those two apexes, and you can see we're already making the time back up to Lance Stroll, which means that the Alpine car is definitely very good in their hands. Or maybe just Aston Martin struggling or something. I'm not sure if we start lap number 2 of the Spanish Grand Prix. Still ahead of Alonso, and Alonso has fallen back, although he's still keeping Verstappen in bay, which is good, so that we don't have to worry about Verstappen charging up. Anyways, coming towards turn 1, down to 4th gear, clip that apex, now clip that apex. Look at the run we have on Lance Stroll, and now we're going to set up a move, go to the outside, now cut towards the inside. It's going to be a drag race towards the next corner. We almost bang tires as it comes into second 2, late on the brakes, down to 3rd gear, and we get the elbows out, and we now move up into 1st place. Why am I saying 4th place? That'd be horrendous if we were fighting for 4th place, but we do manage to get up into 1st and stay on the track, and now it's time to break away from Lance Stroll and take a dominant drive here, going down to 4th gear and clip those two apexes perfectly, unlike in qualifying, as he comes through the long right-hander, and now on the back straight, out of DRS threat from Lance Stroll. It wouldn't even matter anyways because it's the second lap of DRS doesn't activate until the 3rd lap into the left-hander, down to second gear, clip that apex. Now coming towards the technical section of second 3, trying to go that wide and then get that tighter exit. And this time it does work, even though we had to lift off there a little bit as it comes to the right-hander. And now coming towards the chicane, that time down to second gear, clip that apex, and now that apex, and get on the power nice and early. And now heading out on the last corner and down the main straight. And we are pulling a gap well ahead of Lance Stroll. Alonso's still holding up well in 3rd place. So that is a good sign for us as it comes down to make sure one last time into the first 2 corners, up to 7th gear. Oh, actually, no, sorry, my bad. 4th gear as we clip those two apexes perfectly. And now coming through the long right-hander on turn 3. And I'm going to be going for a push lap here to see if we can get the fastest lap of the Spanish Grand Prix as we come towards second 2, down to 4th gear. Hit that apex perfectly, drift out wide, keep the momentum going. Now coming towards the next left-hander, down to 3rd gear. And we go a bit wide. What was that? What the actual heck was that? I was saying we were going for a push lap, and then we absolutely bottled it by just going so wide. We're going to cut that from the highlight reel, hopefully. And then now come through the right-hander then at the start of the back straight. Well, our hot lap was ruined, unfortunately, as we ambition over adhesion, as I would say. And down to second gear, clip that apex perfectly. Now get on the power nice and early through the left, and now the long right-hander, trying to go that wide and to get that tight exit. Here we go, then up to 4th gear. We go on the gravel again, but this time it doesn't hurt us too much. Now clipping that apex, coming to the chicane one last time, and if we hit this right, we should be able to win the Spanish Grand Prix. We do hit that perfectly. Now coming out of the last corner, we're going to absolutely smash the competition, and we're going to come across the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix ahead of Lance Stroll. Our teammate Alonso finishes in 3rd, ahead of Verstappen, Bottas, Hamilton, Perez, and Sainz, and then 2 others, Ricardo and Vettel, and it was a great start to Season 4. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.